Hello, welcome to Shad Life. Well, I have the Swampmaster in the stand here for a reason. Um, I want to put these Tubolito tubes in it just to lighten the wheels a little bit because you got these big beefy tires and you can't really go tubeless with this bike. At least I don't think I can. I haven't even really checked, but um, I think just putting the lighter tubes in there will be a good plan. Um, I have done a couple of upgrades on this bike, and most of the upgrades I've done are to help this bike accelerate a little bit better. Because a couple of times I've been out jumping, that was the hardest thing, is to get up speed to do the jumps, especially at that Taft bike park where I found this bike to be really fun to ride. There isn't much of a run up, and so I have to accelerate quickly, and the gearing was too hard. So I did put that S&M Tough Man sprocket and went down from a 28 to a 25 tooth. So this bike rides a lot better, and because the wheels are slightly bigger than 20-inch diameter because of the bigger tires, this gearing just makes more sense. And then when I did that homie fall fast, it was a bear to pedal around in a lot of the situations with that. So I want to make this bike more like rideable and maybe even like take it on single track for some fun and stuff. And it was just geared too hard for that. But another thing that I can do to help it accelerate is take out some of the weight in the wheels, and going with the Tubolito tubes will definitely do that and give me kind of better, quicker accelerating by reducing the rotational mass. So that's what I'm going to do. What the issue was originally when I ordered these tubes, right, is it came with Presta valves instead of Schrader valves. And this rim is set up for Schrader valves right here. So because this is Schrader, the Presta valve is too skinny to fit. But thankfully, Wheels Manufacturing makes these little adapters, right? And so that adapter will basically go in on here and allow this to fit into the larger hole in the rim, and then I don't have to worry about the valve getting damaged, because if you put a skinnier valve like this into a larger rim hole for a Schrader valve, it's going to get cut right here and the tube is going to get ripped. You don't want that. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add these little adapters, put these tubes in, and see what the difference is. Just out of curiosity, because I know everybody will ask, I will weigh the bike before I do the tube swap for both front and rear wheels, and then I'll weigh the bike after, and then we can literally see how much rotational weight did I actually take off on this bike, because that'll be the only thing I'm swapping out are the tubes, so we'll know. And then obviously we can divide by 2, right, and know how much weight did I take off of each wheel by doing this. I also, and I can do that too, but I don't know if it'll register on the scale. I could take the tube out, weigh the tube, and then I could weigh the Tubolito tube, but I don't think the Tubolito tube has enough weight to it to actually register on my scale. So that method might not work so well. Okay. Let me get this done. We'll start with a before weight, and then we'll switch out the tubes and then do an after weight. So the before weight is 31.15 pounds. Yep, kind of a heavy beast for a BMX bike, but it is full suspension, so and these bigger tires. So let's see if we can shed some of that by just changing the tubes. Okay, I switched out the tubes. Not sure I'm a huge fan of this exposed orange. I was kind of hoping to get the tubes that had the Schrader valves. My regular BMX bike has those, and it's more of a metal threaded valve stem with one of those little thread-on caps in Schrader form, and I really like that setup. But it is what it is. It should lighten the bike. So speaking of that, let's put this on the scale and see what it weighs now. Okay, let's see what it is now. 30.36 pounds. So that is reduction in rotational mass. So that's a pretty significant difference in how this bike will feel, believe it or not. Okay, so there you have it. I mean, taking a little bit of weight off the wheels will make a significant difference. If there's anywhere you want to shave weight, it's your outer rotational mass of your wheels. And really the main reason why I want to do this is to help this bike with quicker acceleration, mainly for Taft Bike Park. But by lowering the gearing, lightening the wheels a little bit, this bike will be a little bit easier to ride at a place like that where it needs to you need to be able to accelerate quickly to get up speed for the jumps. And then if I do take it like off on some single track or something like that, it'll be nice to have that same kind of, you know, quicker ability for climbing and accelerating and stuff like that. So I just really like doing these little tweaks to try to give the bike just a little bit more of an advantage, because the way it originally was equipped with that heavy gearing or hard gearing 28 tooth, definitely geared more towards like a slope style or downhill jump course or something like that would be great. But I'm kind of using the bike for other things, so I'm just tweaking it a little bit to make it a little bit more usable for those scenarios. So there you have it. Can't wait to take this bike out. To be honest, it's kind of ridiculously way too warm this time of year in Minnesota. And the next couple of weeks are going to be above freezing during the day. And it looks like in the forecast we're going to get into the 40s. That's like, I mean, sometimes we'd have 1 or 2 days that are warm like that, but this is like sustained days like that. So I might get out and do some urban riding on this bike, because why not? I can't really ride mountain bike trails or go fat biking when the weather is like this. So cool. If so, I'll do some videos on it. I appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.